All right, there, guys. Yeah. All right, there, guys. Sorry, I'm gonna keep that in the video. It's me being stupid. Welcome back to another video. Back at it again at Danz. Nothing really new going on today. I gave my dad his Father's Day presents early because they're taking up space in my room. So I just gave them to him a day early. That's no big deal. I got him stuff for the trucks, a couple things for the truck. I got him because on the box in his truck he has these like oval shaped, or these elongated oval shaped holes in the box. And I bought him plugs for, to put in those holes. And then I also bought him some bed rail covers too. They sit on the top of the box, and they're gonna sit between the top of the box and the tonneau cover, because he's got a hard cover or a tri-fold hard cover tonneau cover, so the tonneau cover is hard, to be a little more protective, of what's in the box. So we got to pull that tonneau cover off. Got to fold it up, obviously. Then we got to pull it off, and then hey, tape, sweet. Some in it yet too. So then. So you got to take the cover off, which isn't going to be that hard. He just needs help lifting it, because it is a heavier cover, and plus with his back, I'll help him put it on tomorrow before I go out and ride and whatever. So, no big deal. So I might help him do that tomorrow, and then I'm taking that microfiber too. Shut the fuck up. Oh. I was saying, I just fucking found a couple $1,000 iPhone, but it's fucking destroyed. It was in the garbage. It was in here. I was laying screen down, and it was laying like this, and I seen the cameras, and I knew it was an iPhone because of how the cameras are. My iPhone's oriented. The cameras on my iPhone are oriented the same way. It was laying that on top of the box underneath this microfiber I'm going to take. Like that. I'm like, dude, that's a fucking... that's why you always look in garbages, kids. Never hurts to look. I mean, don't dig in them if there's people around watching you, but that's the second fucking phone I found here. The first one I left because it's still an active phone. I didn't want to take it because I could get, if they were to end up tracking that phone, if the owner were to end up tracking that phone, let me start over. So if the owner of the phone were to track that phone and see where it is, and not, being that I have it, I could pull a SIM out because then the phone can't be called or anything off of Wi-Fi. If a phone doesn't have a SIM card, can't really do much with it, call and text wise anyway. But I think they'd still be able to locate it, and so. But I also wanted a current phone to use just for video wise. A more current one is what I mean. But I don't keep a fucking phone long enough to pay it fully off to use it for video shit. I got an iPhone, iPhone 6, and then I was able to download the fucking GoPro app on, but I didn't try nothing with it, trying to transfer videos over or whatever, because I was going to try to use it for like live streaming on like Facebook and all that. Do it like how my grandfather does, Papa. Live stream on Facebook, live stream on YouTube and all that. Then I just plugged the camera in, plugged the phone in, and I got the tripod mounted. I could put the iPhone 6 in. And just smack it on a taller, like, camera tripod, for like a tape, camcorder or whatever. Just plop it up, next to the toolbox so I can watch the comments and all that and whatever. But I don't know. Hey, Luis left. Yeah, I worked with a Luis. I could watch all the comments and all that, but I don't know. So I don't know. Something to think about in the future, I guess. But then I know people are going to be like, people are going to jump in like Papa and going to be like, what the fuck happened to your blue bike? Or what like Zach and Viola and Jacob, they seen the green fat tire but didn't get to see the blue one because I bought the blue one after I ran into them at Bay Shore last year. I bought the blue one right after Thanksgiving. And then, I go and fucking lose it. Now I got this one. Me and Dad were talking about it today because we had to bring Grandma's little trailer home because it was full of grass. And Dad said, you might as well just cut your fucking losses with it because there's, tomorrow will be a week of it being gone. And I had no luck with finding it, so so there's probably could be a good possibility that somebody has found it and grabbed it and probably didn't see my post on Facebook or doesn't have Facebook. So they wouldn't be able to see my post anyway. So I'm in the process of trying to figure out some more whip shit. So I'm, at least got them mounted on this bike now. I had ordered new mounts, new quick disconnects like these, just to get this upper part that's on the right keyring. And I kept the other half of that quick disconnect, that came with that part I just showed you, so I ordered the new quick disconnects just for this upper part that's in the keyring, right? So then the lower half here that my index finger is on, that I'm pointing at, I kept it, kept those ones because these ones were already on the whips, so I just had to put them on the bike and then boom. I ordered the right key rings to kind of go with the red theme, so. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here and bike a little while, so I'll see you guys in the next video.